Every year around this time, the Maryland Food Bank is busy. The holiday season can be a tough time for families. Now, coupled with the pandemic, more Marylanders rely on the organization to put food on their tables. And the food bank is seeing this and the increase in food costs firsthand. And joining us now is Carmen Delguecho. He's from the Maryland Food Bank. Thank you always for joining us, sir.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you. Good to see you again, Jason.
Good to see you too. We've been talking about supply chain issues as it directly affects consumers, but I'm guessing for an organization like yours who gives away, what, 1 million pounds of food, it has to affect you as well, getting that food out.
Yeah, so we're well over 1 million pounds a week, yeah, and that we're staying at that heightened level. But going to your question, I mean, we have been very fortunate in the sense that we've done a lot of advanced purchasing over the last couple of months and actually going back to the last year. So we've been less affected by some of the supply chain challenges that many people are seeing, but it has emerged. We've seen some things happen around the holidays here with regard to turkeys and cranberry sauce. We pre-purchased that a few months ago, and so we've been able to avoid most of those, but it is happening, and it does seem to be happening more frequency.
You and I spoke at the beginning of the pandemic, and we started to notice as people, are rushing out to grocery stores, some losing work and reaching out to you. Tell me about how things have changed since then, about a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago when we last spoke, it was pretty much all hands on deck and probably at the height of the issue, probably nearly double of the volume that we had pre-COVID. That has certainly come down a bit, but we're still in the 1.5 times, easily 1.5 times volume of pre-COVID. So the issue, the pandemic is not over, and those communities who are hit hard by the pandemic during it is still suffering today, and we are still seeing heightened level of distribution that we're having to deal with. So it's lightened up some, but it's still at a level significantly higher than it was pre-COVID.
And is that a surprise to you? Or, I mean, did you sort of see this coming? You're talking about doing some pre-orders or things. I guess in your business, you kind of knew that people probably lean on you a little bit heavier than they have in the past.
Yeah, I'm sad to say not really a surprise. We kind of planned for it. We've done a lot of analysis. I mean, clearly government supports along the way have had some impact, and so we anticipated that was going to be the case, but we also know that those aren't going to last forever. And so you can clearly see, we can track some of when those government supports come along, we can see a little bit decrease, and when they kind of go away, we see an immediate increase. So it's helped along the way, but we anticipate that we'll be dealing with for this throughout really calendar 22.
What's heartwarming when I come into your spot is that one of the rooms, I guess, is right off to the left as you come in. It's the volunteer ready room. And I'm guessing that room is rarely empty. And for you, that's got to be a thrill because you know that you have the need, but you also have folks who know they have something to give.
Yes, and we've had volunteers in our facility throughout COVID. I mean, we took all sorts of precautions, and we reached out to the community to ask them to continue to help us. And they came out in droves, Jason. It was really heartwarming to see. We had a period last summer, frankly, where 75% of the people were volunteering for us were volunteering for the first time. They just wanted to find some way to give back. So they played a critical role for us. We still have to deal with some COVID protocols, and so our size of our volunteer groups continue to be a little bit smaller than they traditionally are, but we are relying on very heavily to continue to put food out, and it is a great way for folks to help.
And there will be some folks who see this and it'll spark something in them that will want to. If a group or even just a person alone wants to end up being part of that army that ends up giving back to folks, what's the best way for them to contact you and get a little more involved?
Yeah, go directly to our website, mdfoodbank.org. It's a very easy process to click on in terms of volunteering. I will say, we are very fortunate during the holiday time where a lot of people are focused on giving back and supporting the communities that we do have a significant amount of interest, and we are working with smaller size groups. So, during the course of November and December, individuals are probably easier to accommodate than larger groups. But I would ask folks to consider even thinking about us after the first of the year. January, February tends to be months where we have less volunteer activity, interest, if you will, because of kind of post-holiday time. And so our needs are actually as significant then as they are today.
And speaking of needs, I mean, if some folks aren't able to get out to you or have COVID concerns, I'm guessing a donation is just as helpful?
Well, financial support is hugely important for us, Jason. We talked about the increase in demand. The other thing we're struggling with is increase in price, right? Sure. We are seeing significant increase in cost of food. So we're not only buying 3 or 4 times as much food as we normally do, but we're seeing a significant increase in the cost of that food. So it's kind of a double hit there. And so the financial support is really going to be critical to our ability to continue to provide a steady flow of food in these communities. Also allows us to focus on providing the highest nutritional content food as well, which oftentimes is more expensive than less nutritional options. So financial support, your dollar to us goes a long way with our buying power. And then we use that buying power to help support local communities. So in a way, it still gets back into your local community while you're still supporting the food bank.
Well, I've seen the machine at work, and you guys do a good job of serving our community. Thanks for all you do, Carmen Deguecha over there at Maryland Food Bank.
Much appreciated. Thank you.